So Vince is in the office with Sonya and Adam Pearce. He wants his fucking egg back. And
don't you think this was the most lame thing Vince has ever been involved in? Ever?
Yeah. I mean, it was certainly way up there. I feel like there's been a few other weird things over the last couple of years.
This was really, but I mean, as far as like a storyline playing out and everything like this, I just thought this was like, it was like they got paid a lot of money by Netflix to do this angle to promote Red Notice. But just because you're getting paid a lot of money doesn't mean that you have to be so creatively terrible with the angle. I mean, I just thought like every segment sucked when it came to that. And I mean, Vince is great. And now I'm not saying Vince, it wasn't even like that Vince wasn't good. The story was terrible. I mean, Vince was fine being Vince. But man, this was a lame payoff. and not a and there was not. I don't think there was one good match on the show. I mean, there were a couple of average matches, but there was all the matches were like nothing. The crowd was really flat, and for good reason because the show wasn't that good. But it was, the crowd was quiet for, especially later in the show. Not a good showing at all.
So Vince is in the office with Sonya and Adam Pearce. He wants his egg back, and he can't believe they don't have an update yet. And he says, listen, if you don't find this egg by the end of the show, you are fired. Both of you will be fired. And so then, after being threatened with being fired, then they're like, actually, you know what? We have some security camera footage. It's like, why didn't you mention that earlier? So Vince says, what do you got? And they said, well, it's blurry. We just, it is a bare chest and bare legs. And this causes Vince to go, it might be a woman. I think they would have told you if they saw bare chest and bare legs whether or not it was a woman, and they didn't.
Well, maybe it was so blurry they couldn't tell.
Probably not a woman. So then Vince says, well, listen.
Does Austin Theory look like a woman?
I need to find this egg tonight. And if anybody finds this egg, there will be a big reward. Or, he says, they can get a shot at Big E for the WWE title.
If anyone brings me evidence.
And I thought, this egg's worth $100 million, and someone's going to bring a $100 million egg back for a shot at Big E's title?
Well, in fact, that did happen.
I was just astonished. So then we have Kevin Patrick with Randy Orton.
It probably wasn't really worth $100 million.
Dave, I'm certain it was not worth $100 million. I'm not sure it was worth $100.
It's probably not even real. It probably wasn't really from Cleopatra either.
I can guarantee it was not from Cleopatra. I can guarantee she didn't even have an egg.
I would think that you'd be correct. It would be like
story.
Did she own chickens?
I'm not sure it was a chicken egg. It was a big egg.
Okay. You like a pterodactyl?
Could have been. I don't know what it was.
Were pterodactyls around in the Cleopatra era?
Absolutely not.
Okay. So then it wasn't pterodactyl.
Yeah. Then we have all of the can't say all of the geek roster because one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Rhea Ripley, was there, but they're all tearing apart catering looking for this egg.
Was that the lamest shit?
Well, that and the camera guy, I think, was having a seizure because he could not hold this fucking camera straight. And he's shaking it side to side, and they're throwing stuff around looking for this stupid egg. Truth has a football, which he thinks is the egg.
He thought it was the egg, yeah.
Yeah, this was lame. We had Sonya going up to Vince and saying, we know who took the egg. And they go to commercial, they come back, and Adam Pearce, Sonya, Sami Zayn are there with Austin Theory. And Austin Theory says, yes, I took the egg. I wanted to take a selfie with this egg, but I got scared. There was so much security that I took off. Next thing I know, I'm in my hotel, and I've got this egg.
Okay, now wait a minute. There's so much security, but he was able to rob the egg?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Bro, the egg got stolen from Vince's office when Vince never left his office. I mean, he didn't leave his office last night. Somehow the egg got stolen.
He may have gone to the bathroom.
None of this makes any sense.
He may have gone to the bathroom and then Austin Theory snuck in and grabbed it. But there's all this security. I mean, he could have like taken a selfie with the egg, and I don't think that like any security would have arrested him for that one.
Apparently he took the egg out of the case. That was a problem. But anyway, Vince says, so wait a second. You wanted to take a selfie with an egg? And Austin Theory says yes.
And in fact showed Vince the selfie to prove, in fact, what he did.
So Vince says, you know what? I'm going to drop all charges. Sami Zayn says, what? Vince says, he reminds me of myself. In fact, you're going to get this shot against Big E. He signs him to the match with Big E, and
poor Sammy.
He's so excited, and he takes a selfie with Vince and the egg, and Sammy's furious, and Vince tells him to shut up because nobody likes a snitch.
I mean...
That's your payoff, everybody. Nobody likes a snitch.
He had told anyone with any information that they would get a title shot, and then...
Yes, he's a hypocrite.
Well, yes, yeah. But that was the payoff. I mean, I was like, Austin Theory, who's going to lose to Big E, and in fact did. You know, it's just like
in a record-breaking third hour.
Yeah, could be. I don't know. I think that because it's the day after Survivor Series and Vince being on, that it may not set a record, but,
Yeah, but I mean, Vince was done here. Like, they wrapped up the segment.
True. And then
that was a payoff. Go watch some football. Go to bed.
Could be. Yeah, I mean, did anybody think that Austin Theory was winning the championship?
No.
Yeah.
No one did.